I'm going to show you a really simple recipe of how to make a chocolate marble cake using actual real chocolate in the batter. It's a really simple recipe. You're going to start off by adding 100 grams of dark chocolate. I added it to a bowl and then I melted it in 10-second intervals in the microwave. And that's the first thing I did because I wanted to set it aside and let it cool down because I didn't want to add hot dark melted chocolate to the batter, so you want to let it rest. Start off by adding 260 grams of margarine or butter to a bowl, and then I added 250 grams of sugar. A full list of the ingredients and measurements that I used is in the description box below. I added 4 eggs. I had 2 large and 2 medium eggs, but you can add whatever eggs you have. And then again, I whisked that. I also added vanilla essence and used a stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, that's totally fine. Just mix it by hand. And then lastly, I added 260 grams of self-raising flour. I did this by hand. I just used a spatula. And literally that's all. The recipe is so easy and simple, and you literally only need 6 ingredients, including the vanilla essence. Next up, I'm going to divide the batter into another bowl, so into 2 bowls. So you're going to have the vanilla and then the chocolate one. And then I added the melted dark chocolate to 1 bowl and mixed it. And we have this lush chocolate batter. Looks so good. I truly believe that adding actual dark chocolate makes it taste so much better. But anyway, this is a really fun part. I firstly buttered my pan and then I added a bit of flour so that it doesn't stick. I then started adding the vanilla and chocolate batter. I took it in turns to add. I just kind of did it randomly, didn't really follow any formula, and then I used a fork to swirl it around. I did also want to say, if you don't have dark chocolate, that's fine. You can just use cocoa powder and add that to the vanilla batter to make it into a chocolate batter. But if you can, then use melted dark chocolate because I feel like it makes a difference. I baked the cake for 45 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius in the oven in the middle shelf. And then I let it cool down for around an hour. It's really important that the cake cools down before adding any chocolate ganache, so that's why I cooled it down. I then proceeded with melting 100 grams of milk chocolate. I then added 50 grams of double cream and whisked in the microwave at 10-second intervals until it all melted and it thickened. I also added 100 grams of white chocolate, melted that and let it cool down. I didn't add any double cream to the white chocolate. So when the cake cooled down and the chocolate ganache also cooled down, I literally just went in like with a spatula and swirled them around like so. I wanted to use white chocolate as well, just for that full marble effect. And as you can see, literally 0 thought went to decorating. I just kept swirling around using a palette knife. And then that's it. I let it cool down for around an hour and I cut in the cake and I'm so proud of it. It looks so good. Do let me know if you try it because I would love to see how it turns out. And just to say, I used an 8-inch Bundt cake tin, but you can pretty much use whatever cake tin you have that's around 8 to 9 inch. And this is it. I cut inside and I love the chocolate ganache on top. It really adds so much. It was so incredibly moist. And again, just to reiterate, a really simple recipe that anyone, even people that don't really bake, can make.